Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm showing you the best trading indicator. If you're a trader, this is the indicator that you should be using. And if you're not using it, trust me, you're going to be losing money. You'll be donating money on the market. You become liquidity for traders like us and everybody within our group here who is using the very same indicator. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to every detail that I'm going to be giving you in this video, because I'm going to show you how to set it up and also how do I go about using it. But I'm not like the other traders who come here on YouTube and show you simulations on trading views on what could possibly happen if you use a certain indicator. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I don't know exactly how to say that, but for what it's worth, I'm gonna be showing you a live trade. So let me give you a sneak peek of the clip that I recorded on the video that's coming up tomorrow. That's gonna be our forex video. On that video, I was actually live trading BTC using the very same indicator. Have a look at it. I'm going to show you the reason, guys, why I'm actually shorting it right here. So you're seeing actually these trades live, and later in this video I'm going to show you how this is going to drop from here and drop to this direction, and I'm going to be taking advantage of that price movement. You can see that here we're trading BTC, and basically this trade is at break even at this point. I just opened it. The reason why I'm opening it, if you come here, we've got an indicator that is telling us that BTC might actually go to 97,200 because the market makers can push the price to that point, but then eventually the price or this indicator is screaming 93,000, which is the reason why I actually am on this trade here, because I'm expecting that the markets can come down to these key levels here, then I'll be able to exit the market. Now from that clip, we had this trade here that we had just opened at the time. Let me just expand this so I can show you guys everything step by step, and let's go ahead and maybe delete this. When I recorded that portion of the video, we were on this key level here on the chart, and I was short predicting that the market will go down. But as you may recall, I did say on that video that there's a high likelihood that we might go and touch 97,000 before we come down. Now, how did I know that 97,000 was a key level, or rather the maximum level where we can reach before coming back down? It's very simple. I was using this indicator, the liquidation heat map. Ladies and gentlemen, this indicator is very accurate. If you do not ignore the information that I'm going to be giving you in this video, you will become successful in most of your trades. Again, this mostly will work in BTC and Ethereum, but as we all know that the rest of the crypto market tend to follow Ethereum or rather BTC, so that's why we're using BTC here. But you can use this trade basically on any asset. Obviously, the best way to really read what's happening out there is by selecting BTC. Here we've got perpetual on Binance because that's where the largest volume is in terms of the liquidation. We want to get all the data that's possible. Let me just set this back on 48 hours. You can see that when we set this back to 48 hours, we did come back here and hit $97,000. If we come back here, you can see this correlates with this. Let me just bring the horizontal array here. So I'm just gonna put this here, maybe change this to red because that's where we basically got a top. Now you can see this is 97,000, and on that previous clip I told you guys that the market is gonna go as high as 97,000 before coming back down. How did I actually know that? Because at that time we saw that there was a high liquidation at that price point here. We saw that there was a high liquidation at 97,000, 98,000. You can see here there was a high liquidation within this period. Obviously now it's on the past year, but you could see it from that clip in the beginning. So we knew that the market is going to go liquidate a lot of people at that price point before dropping back down. And how exactly did I know that it was going to drop back down? Because again, if you go back to the clip, around 93, 94,000, there was also a lot of liquidation around those key areas. So that's how we knew that the market will go first, take those people out, and then eventually come down here. So basically when the market is coming down to these key levels, for example here, it's going to be taking out everyone who's short because the market is going up to liquidate the short. Then eventually when we see these orange line, the more orange these lines are, the most likely the market will come to those key areas. The market makers will go and liquidate everyone within those key areas or those key levels on the chart, and then eventually the market moves on the opposite direction. If you are futures traders, you'll know this for a fact that every time you lose a trade, the market will go and liquidate you or hit your stop loss before moving to the direction that you had predicted. If you are somehow just a little bit of, let's say, semi-advanced trader, you'll know that for a fact every time you lost a trade, the market goes and touch your stop loss or hits you up with a liquidation before it moves in your direction. And this is what exactly is happening. There is a lot of liquidity sitting at that price. You're not only just the only person who's getting liquidated at that price, or you're not the only person who has a stop loss at that specific price. There are a lot of people, and then the more these people are, it's just that now maybe it's not the best time because there aren't really a lot of liquidation. Maybe if we move this to 12 hours, maybe we could see a much better picture. But basically what you'll see is that you can see here we're seeing around about 36 million in terms of liquidation, but it's just on this line. But even if you just scroll it up here, you can see that maybe from here to here, this area here holds about $100 million of liquidation. So at some point this entire area here can hold 300 million. So it is most likely that the market will come down and liquidate those people before then moving in your direction. Also similar thing here, you can see 36 million, 32 rather million, and here 36 million. But altogether, maybe you may find that all this sums up to more than 100 million. So right now, these two areas here are key areas where the market could go. It's more or less a sideways movement as I just moved to 12 hours here. It's not as decisive as it was when I first started recording that video. Again, I'm gonna put these clips side by side so that you can see that right now the market is not as decisive as it was when I started trading, or rather when I opened the trade. So that's why at that time I got a clear picture as to what was happening or what could happen next. But right now, this is maybe a period where you shouldn't be entering the markets because there isn't a clear indication as to where the market could go to. So that's one thing I wanted to show you guys. I'll leave the link to this liquidation heat map in the description of this video. So what you do is you come here, you select your currency pair and the exchange. The best way to just select Binance here because that's where there's a high liquidity, and then you can leave this on 24 hours or 12 hours. It's really up to you. It doesn't really matter. But you can see right now we don't have any significant price or key targeted areas that we can look into. However, when we opened the trade, it was very clear that the market was going to go to 97,000 before dropping back down. As we're speaking right now, so let's go back to the trade. I haven't closed this trade because I wanted to make this video and show you guys that I do put my money where my mouth is. I hope that's how you say it. And basically just take a trade and show you. Yes, I did get into this trade very early, but sometimes it's important to be early than missing the train, right? So, and I also knew that at these key levels here, I could scale a trade. Again, guys, I've already made a video, 30-minute video on how to scale a trade. If I had done that, let me just increase this to 2x. And then if I had actually scaled it, this was going to be my average entry point. So which means that right now we'll be dropping from here to where the market is. The lower low here is this one here, which is at 10x. This is 20%. And right now you can see that this trade is giving me 7%. Nothing to write home about, but again, it is still money. This entire account is around 6,000. I want to close this account maybe this week to $7,000. Again, I didn't scale this. If I did, my entire margin here, rather the risk will be $1,800. So if I then let me just zoom out of that. If I then take 5% of that, that will easily be $700 in profit. So I'm just gonna wait for this to hit my take profit here, then I'll close it. Again, guys, I told you when I started that video on the clip that I was preparing to drop this signal. So what I did here was I entered this trade very early. Then as the signal or the market progresses, as soon as I get a confirmation that the market is going to drop, then that's when I would have dropped the signal. But this one here, I didn't drop it because I was just also busy. I've been recording videos these days, so I didn't drop it. But if you're part of our Discord community, you know that we drop significant amount of signals. So as much as I didn't scale this trade up here, but as soon as the market reached 97,000, I realized that now I can take another trading position on my sub account. Let me show you that. On my sub account, I actually increased my leverage by 100x. You can see here I'm using 100x. Again guys, there will be a course coming up very soon where I show you how I go about trading with 100x but still avoid being liquidated on the market. If you understand position sizing, you can use any leverage. It doesn't really matter. Don't let people scare you. The more you stay in the game, the more you learn about what you can do and what you cannot do. So the reason why when we got to this price, you can see my entry here was not 97, but was almost 97,000, 96,900, right? So when the market got to that key level, I knew for a fact that now it's a great time for me to enter again. So at that point, I could have also scaled, but I opened a new trade, and that trade is now giving me 138. In fact, if I exit out of this, you can see this is giving me 144. In fact, if you come to our Discord here, and I did tell everybody within a group, I said basically using this tool, the tool that I'm showing you right now is like a cheat code. This trade will give me 100% very soon. I knew that this trade will give me 100% profit very soon. And at that time, if I click on this trade was around 60%, right? And I was already discussing this within our group, giving them this tool. Actually, this, you can see here, the key area here was 98,000, 97,000. Again, guys, before we drop videos here on YouTube, we first discuss these things within our Discord group. So it's very important for you guys to be part of that. If you want to be part of our Discord group, just go to the description of this video, sign up with Bybit, and then go to our website vosidesigner.com, send us your UID, make sure that you have KYC'd your account, send us your UID, then we'll give you a direct link to our Discord. There is a WhatsApp line on our website vosidesigner.com. Just utilize that to take advantage of this community. It's all absolutely free. We started talking about this and I told everybody within our group that, look, I'm using this and it's very, very effective, and I'm going to be dropping a video, and this is the video that I'm talking about. So again, to just quickly come back here, what we're looking for is that we need to have these orange lines like I'm showing you here in the video, right? I think this has a better demonstration here because here the orange lines, they're more prominent, and also in the clip that I showed you in the beginning, the orange lines, they're very prominent. The more orange the lines, that means that there's a lot of liquidity sitting at those key levels, and the market is most likely to come to those key levels. But again, sometimes there could be an orange line here, but there's also a bunch of orange lines here, just like how I showed you in the beginning of the video. The market first goes to 97,000 before dropping back down, and if you come here, you can see that the market is now dropping significantly lower, right? You can see now I'm on 8%. So if I did scale this up, I'll be on almost 20% right now, and I'll be making a significant amount of money. That's one thing I wanted to show you guys, to show you this best trading indicator. I have not seen a better indicator than this one. If you can understand the market sentiment, understand that the market makers will push the price to a certain price point so that they can get it cheaper or for whatever reason, then you can use this indicator effectively. And again, it's very imperative that you understand the market sentiment. So that's one thing I wanted to show you guys. I'll leave the link to this tool here, the liquidation heat map. I'll leave the link to it in the description, and also in the description I humbly ask you guys to sign up with my link. That's help support the channel as well. I'm not sponsored by Bybit, even though I'm rocking the Bybit match. They did send it out to me, but I'm not sponsored by them to promote or to talk good about them. It's just a broker or an exchange that I'm using. So I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to be part of our Discord community because we're dropping very, very good content there before it actually hit YouTube. My name is @VosiDesigner. I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now. Peace. Bye bye.